What's going on, guys? So I've been pretty skeptical ever since Diablo Immortal released about any future Diablo titles. However, in doing some research on Diablo 4 recently, I'm actually pretty excited with some of the features that they're going to implement in the game. So first off, the character creator. So in Diablo 2 and Diablo 2 Resurrected, you can't really customize any of the characters. Your class is your class. However, in Diablo 4, it looks like you can customize your character even without any type of gear before you play the game. So that's pretty cool, the customization of the character regardless of the class. Number 2, you could find unique looking gear based on the location that you farm in the open world, which is different than Diablo 2 and Diablo 2 Resurrected. I don't know too much about Diablo 3 if they have that, but this looks like a new and unique feature to me. I think other games have this, but I don't know about the Diablo series. Trade system. If you guys have watched any of my Diablo 2 videos, I love trading. Now they're doing it in a different way, and I think it's great. You can trade unique or legendary items, but you can trade common, magic, rare, gold, gems, and elixirs. Still, those things have value, so it's not completely breaking the game. So for example, here you can trade magic and rare staves, but you can't trade legendary staves. This one's interesting, and I'm on the fence about how this might turn out, but these powers, angelic, demonic, and ancestral, which are kind of like stats, but you get them from gear. And once you have a certain amount, you can unlock certain features on items. So for example, on the Executioner's Gauntlets in the middle there, if you get 37 demonic power, you can get 12% damage to stun enemies. So this really makes customizing your character pretty deep. Number 5, creature type base loot. Now it has been mentioned that certain enemy types will drop certain items. So for example, if there's a skeleton archer, they might more likely drop bows. Or certain skeletons might drop gloves. Now, we don't know the specifics yet, but this is an interesting concept. So you know, kind of like if you want an upgrade for a certain piece of gear, you could farm in that area, which is kind of different than other Diablo series where like it's based on the item level and certain items could drop everywhere. Open world. So not only do you have these open world bosses and you can play with everyone and there's shared loot, there's also mounts in this game. So it's definitely expanding the Diablo genre, I would say. You could see here this rogue jumps off the horse and does this insane move, which is, I think it's pretty exciting, and I'm excited to try it. Number 7, so kind of like an endgame system, which it kind of was in Diablo 3, this Paragon system. This is a Paragon board with common, magic, rare, and legendary tiles. So you can kind of plan out your build and see how you want to make your character, and this really is a deep customization per class. So you can make almost like endless builds with this, the gear, the skills. It's really exciting. Not only that, but you can see on the side there's Paragon gates, and they'll take you to another board. So it's not just the board you're looking at. You can go to, multiple boards, which is pretty cool. So I'm excited. I love like theory crafting and things like that, so I'm excited to try that. In addition to the Paragon board, you could socket glyphs, which you find throughout the world, which can be socketed into the Paragon board, and you could even level them up in dungeons. And they give enhancements to the tiles around the glyph tile, which I think is a pretty cool system. More complex customization and new builds can be opened up that way. As I mentioned before, personal loot. So even if you're a solo player like me, you could team up with groups and not have to worry about, ninja looters or anything like that. There's some, people who don't like it, but personally I do. Because you know that you're going to, put the effort in, that you can get something for your efforts, rather than, you help kill 50% of the boss and then someone else gets your loot. So I like that, personally. And number 1, character power distribution. So it was mentioned that they don't want all the item power to really determine the character's overall power. That's why you have like the skills with the skill tree. the stats you see there, as well as what I mentioned before with the Paragon Board. So I like the balance of that, so you always feel like you're progressing, and it's not just, oh, I haven't fed an item in a while, I'm not progressing. So there's a lot of things to like right now. I mean, I'm excited to try it, and I'll have more information once I try it next weekend, but I'm interested to know, your thoughts, and if you will be playing Diablo 4. Let me know.